Hello, Rugged Road Race fans. So we had an adventure. So Dakota and Ben decided to stop skiing early, and they have a green number one. It's a 1-2 off-road trail here right next to Brian Head. We're in the lower elevations, and we were like, hey, let's go for an adventure. So I'll have to put what trail it is. This is what most of it looks like. There's some snow cover, especially when you get up there. There's a lot of water. Let's see here. Past the truck. It's really, really light. Didn't think much of it. So, the adventure went a little south. We'll have to put the dash cam video on it.
The Markagunt Plateau is a stunning highland region in southern Utah, known for its rugged beauty, volcanic formations, and breathtaking alpine scenery. Sitting at elevations ranging from 8,000 to over 11,300 feet, the plateau is home to the Brian Head Resort, Utah's highest ski area, as well as dramatic landscape shaped by ancient lava flows, dense forests, and deep canyons. The plateau is part of the larger Colorado Plateau and is contained within the Dixie National Forest. It is characterized by its striking geological features, including Cedar Breaks National Monument, a natural amphitheater with brilliantly colored cliffs and hoodoos reminiscent of the Bryce Canyon. The area also boasts lava fields, cinder cones, and alpine meadows, reflecting its volcanic origins. The plateau's forests, primarily composed of aspen, spruce, and fir, provide a habitat for deer, elk, and various bird species. As we proceeded up, climbing higher and higher in elevation, we saw less and less of the red-colored ground and saw more and more of nothing but white roads. As we climbed in elevation, the snow started to fall, and the tracks that I was following was quickly disappearing. It wasn't long before I had to stop, as something hard hit the cab. At this point, I knew it was time to stop. I told the kids to watch out for a wider area, as this trail has narrowed significantly. It was time to turn around, go back, before we got into an even higher, more perilous area. As I began to press on the gas, I noticed that we just started to slip. Our momentum being gone, we couldn't travel further upwards, so down it was. The road being too narrow, the car being too long, this was not an ample place to try to turn around. The only choice I had was to back up to a slightly wider area of the road. as my kids, Dakota and Ben, watched out from behind, directing me to staying into the tracks and making sure that we stayed on the road. Long before a covered ditch on the left side of my vehicle, my tires slipped into this ditch and I quickly became stuck. At this point, I was stuck and I was not getting out. With the kids' help, I was able to position the vehicle away from the ditch and onto a new tracks of snow where I had sufficient traction. I felt at this point this would be the best place to do a 3 or 4 point turn to head back down the mountain.
With the trail only being a few feet longer than the vehicle, I was successfully able to turn the truck a full 90 degrees before getting stuck in the very ditch we had just pulled ourselves out of. With the back of the truck against the mountain, we figured we needed to pull the truck away from the mountain for a little clearance.
Dakota pointed out a snow-covered stump. This gave me the idea to use the winch to simply pull the truck the last of the 90 degrees.
We had to stop quickly because something hit the truck. We don't know what it was. I think it was a big piece of snow that was within the wheel well. And
No, I think it was
probably
ice.
a bad idea to stop where we were because we ended up getting stuck. We got really stuck. All it did was the tire. I wish I had lockers, but all we did was spin. But fortunately, what did we guys have?
We had a win and a recovery rope.
And a recovery rope. And a tree saver and some other stuff.
Because our uncle and his brother made him come prepared. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So
gosh.
if it wasn't for Uncle Chris,
Shout out to him.
shout out to him, to bring a bunch of recovery stuff in case I got stuck in snow, we would have been stuck, really stuck.
And we would have to walk.
We would have had to walk home.
And that's a 12, well, maybe more, like, maybe it'll take us like a week. Who knows?
Oh, it'll take us like 2 months.
Well, it is beautiful out here, and that's the only reason I decided to do it. And probably not a smart idea. I mean, there was no road closure signs or anything else like that.
Wait,
so
should we go walk up there and show where we got stuck?
that's a long way up. I'm not going up there. Okay.
Same here.
Okay, and I'm not. So anyway, we used the wrench that we inbuilt in the front of the vehicle, and we had to do a 20-point turn. It was luckily the widest area of the trail. Most of the trail is maybe 15, 20 feet wide, but it gets really narrow where it's just barely the size of the truck. And anyway, so it was the widest part of the area, and we got stuck, so we used a winch to get out of the hole that we built with the tires. And then we were like, okay, we need to just turn around now. Let's not go any further, because who knows how bad it would have gotten even further. And we ended up using the winch to turn the truck around because there was no move in that truck. So we learned something from Matt's off-road recovery videos to turn vehicles around in tight little corners. We had trees to get it out, And we had stumps that like just whip that truck, that move that nose right around, and then we were able to get out. So we learned something here. One, don't go by yourself. Two, have the appropriate materials, no matter how much you fight your brother about, no, we're not going to need that. And we ended up needing it.
And 3, don't trust Maverick's word. You have to think before you do.
Yeah, they're probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but you know what? We got out. Everybody's safe. Nobody's hurt. And we learned something from
I did
this.
slip on ice.
We did slip on a little bit of ice.
No, I slipped on ice.
Okay.
I did too.
Dakota slipped on ice. But we had fun. Ultimately, we had a small little adventure, right? We're going to go, we're going to end this little adventure that we're doing. We're going to go back down to the main road. We're going to go to St. George. We're going to check into our hotel, and we are just going to relax. And I think I owe these kids, all 3 of them, or I'm sorry, 2 kids and an adult. I think that, especially with the kids, they helped out so much. Nobody freaked out. You know, we just had to think our way through it.
Okay, I didn't freak out.
I don't see it as a freak out.
You did freak out, Coda.
Anyway, everybody is great, and we learned something from it. So I think everybody deserves a really good meal. I don't know what we're gonna pick yet, but we're gonna come up with something. I don't know what's in St. George, but we're gonna see. I did look at the road reports going back to Phoenix. I guess Flagstaff is still shut down. All the I-40s, the 89s, all the snow that they got dumped on are still closed. I guess there's a whole lot of big accidents. A lot of people unfortunately died because of it. But looks like we're not going to go through that way. It's probably the safest thing. If ADOT tells you don't go somewhere, don't go there. Yeah, you go off-road stuff, but why put yourself and your family in danger? Let's go the safe route and then live to do another adventure another day. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
He owes us something.
No, if anything, we all need something.
we got out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna go for that. So I think that's where we're gonna call it quits. Maybe we'll do another video right before we eat when we tell you where we decided to go, and that's where we'll stop. So until next time, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, Rugged Roadway fans, this is the state of the truck. We finally got out on the pavement, you see right there. So we're gonna do a quick little walk around. The kids are like insanely impressed at how muddy things are.
And come look at this. Oh my goodness. And then
Over here, there's a car. Hey, it's too close. You have to back up away.
oh. And look at all this mud right here. That's
kinda
insane.
normal.
Yeah?
Kinda normal.
And
way
look
to
at his
go.
exhaust. Yeah, there. Here's his tire.
The tire's actually pretty good in the state right now.
So, lots of mud. At least the front's not any worse for the wear. Vapor steel bumpers. There you go. That's a very dirty truck. Very dirty truck.
Very, very dirty truck. Oh wait.
Okay, we're finally off the back on the main road, and we're gonna head to St. George.